Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down. Welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge, and welcome to a bonus Christmas Eve episode. I wasn't planning on doing one today, but then I came across this beer and kind of thought it'd be a fitting thing to do on Christmas Eve, and why not share it with all of you instead of just keeping it to myself. The beer in question from the One Great City Brewing Company here in Winnipeg, Manitoba is Humbug 3. Now, if you live in Winnipeg, you get the Humbug reference right away. If you don't, basically, well, first of all, this is the third iteration of this beer. One Great City did the first one. I guess that would have been 2021. That was the year that I started this channel, actually. And I did, it's a One Flight Down Christmas special at the end of the year. And I did feature the first version of this on there. And yeah, so I think the other one, the last one was done, I think last year. So this is the newest version. And yeah, as I said, this is an iconic image, that Humbug sign. I don't know if you can tell, but basically what it is it's a sign that says Humbug that hangs on a balcony. And this sign, in a very heavily trafficked area of the city, hangs every Christmas season for as far back as I can remember. I just did a little bit of research here that tells me the first year they did it was 1974. And it hangs in the Polo Park area of town, which is, yeah, it's a very busy sort of shopping district, I guess. The biggest mall in the city is there. There's a lot of big box stores there. It's a notoriously awful area to drive around in, especially this time of year as everyone's out doing all their Christmas shopping. And you're going through the malls and you're hearing that happy Christmas music and it's driving you crazy. And then you see the Humbug sign and it just makes you feel a little better. Yeah, it's an iconic part of living in this city. It's how we know the Christmas season is here every year when we see the Humbug sign. Last year, actually, they were doing construction on the balconies and the Humbug sign did not hang. But the One Great City Brewing Company put their own version of it on top of the brewery, and then that I think was deemed unsafe, and then I think it was the city had a version of it put up at a fire hall, I think, in that neighborhood. Just ways to try to keep it alive, because it is just such a fun tradition. Now, the beer itself, it is a barrel-aged sour porter. I have had this, as I said, it was featured on the first It's a One Flight Down Christmas, and I remember it being quite good. It says here it's also for Variety Manitoba, Variety the children's charity, so proceeds of this are going to charity, which is great. It is a strong beer, 7% alcohol. Oh, there's a little story here on the next to the QR code. I'll hold this QR code up. If you want to get a little history there yourself, you can scan that. It says here, our annual homage to Sydney Farmers Christmas light display that has overlooked St. James for 50 years. The playful yet heartfelt message of this iconic sign truly captures the spirit of Christmas. This year, we've teamed up with Variety Manitoba with proceeds from this beer, helping to spread the same love and joy this beloved Winnipeg sign has brought to our city for so many years. Scan the QR code below to contribute and be a part of Sydney's giving spirit. As I said, there's the QR code, and I'll be giving to this once the video's done myself, because I think it's for the children. It's for Christmas. Come on, you got to do it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this beer. I guess it's just all we gotta do now is open the thing. Of course, it's in a bottle. I can't shaklook it. I got my bottle opener. I gotta say one more great thing though about One Great City and their bottling of this. A lot of breweries, you know, you get your fancy beer like this and you bottle it, you're gonna want to put like a wax seal, you know, like this kind of thing. And I do not mean to knock down Trans-Canada Brewing. I love this cranberry stout. It's fantastic. Hate working through the wax seal. Lots of breweries do them. Sucrums did that with, I've got a few of these different bottles from Sucrums. They've got this. The one thing that they've done that no one else has done is they've included a little pull tab, which makes it a little easier to deal with the wax seal. Yeah, and I don't think the wax seal makes it seem like you're having something fancy, but I don't think it actually preserves the beer in any way. It's just something that just makes you work harder to get at your beer. And come on, we've worked hard enough as it is. We just want our beer. All right, let's crack this one open. And I actually have some appropriate glassware from the One Great City Brewing Company. So yeah, the thing with the sign too, that I don't think I mentioned, so Sidney Farmer, the person who created the sign, hung it up there, he passed away, I think it was 2011, according to this article that I had just read. So yeah, he had moved into a nursing home in 2002, passed away in 2011. But whoever has lived in that apartment all these years is still hanging the sign. And I think it's some kind of agreement that if you rent that apartment, or I don't know if it's a condo or you have to buy it now, I don't know what the situation is, but if you live there, you have to hang the sign. I think that's like the agreement with the building. I think I just spilt a drop of this, sorry about that, I'm not gonna get down on the floor and lick it. But anyway, that's, I don't know why I would even think that I would possibly do that, but there's a lot in this glass. There's still a little bit left in this bottle. So yeah, there's a little bit there for the elves. Let's get a nose on this. It smells very rich. It smells like I'm getting, there's a booziness on the nose for sure. Yeah, is this aged in kind of like any kind of liquor barrels or anything? I can't really say. But it does have a booziness on the nose and like a fruitiness, like Christmas cake, right? Fruit cake? Yeah, it definitely has like a fruity booziness, maybe a bit of a cherry now that I'm thinking about it. Black Forest cake more than Christmas cake, I think. But either way, it smells very desserty. It smells very boozy. It's black as midnight on a moonless night. Yeah, Santa's gonna need Rudolph to find his way through this beer. But me, all I need is this glass. And I'm gonna go in for a sip right now. Cheers, my friends. Now, as I said, it's been, I think, 2 years, or at least a year since I've tried this. The body on it's not as heavy as I thought, or as I remembered. There might be a difference this year. The mouthfeel is fantastic. And there is a definite sour note in there. Sour porter, is that something you have very often? Probably not, but there is a definite sour note in there. You get that kind of blast up front with a bit of cherry in there, and it kind of mellows out a bit, gets like a little bit of like a chocolate kind of a note in there. Kind of reminds you that you are drinking a porter. As that first sip, it doesn't quite seem like it. And then it's like you get this kind of finish where you've got those flavors just kind of combined. It really, like the taste in my mouth right now, it's like I did just eat some Black Forest cake. And maybe like shot it back with a bit of booze. Yeah, that is really interesting. Yeah, that sourness right up front, really strong. And yeah, the finish on that is amazing. It's definitely a slower sipping kind of a beer. It's not something you're going to pound back. But yeah, it's pretty decent. If you can get your hands on a Humbug 3, I would highly recommend it. It's a pretty decent beer. It's rich. It tastes Christmassy. And yeah, it goes to some proceeds go to a good cause, or at least you have to do it yourself. Go to the QR code and make a little donation. But no, the proceeds from the bottles go there as well. So yeah, thank you all for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge today. I want to wish you all the best for the holiday season. And yeah, as I said, I think in my previous video, I might have something up again between now and the new year. We'll see. But either way, we'll be back in the new year with a whole bunch of videos. I've already got some content ready to go. All right, my friends. Thanks for dropping by. Cheers.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. Swinging and blowing a bushel of fun. Now the jingle bell hop's begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a right time, what a right time to knock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Oh, giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and a mingle with the jingling feet. That's the jingle